Okay, hello, Amanda Kramer. I would love to know what was the kernel of inspiration. What was the first thing you thought of or wanted to do, accomplish with your film by design?
It's hard because the idea came at every inflection point. Like I wanted to make a body swap movie. I wanted to talk about female objectification. I wanted to talk about loneliness and longing. I had all of these other ideas swirling. It's sort of like whirling dervished into the same thing, and suddenly I was making a body swap movie about a woman who swaps bodies with a chair. And when the idea came and it was that, I feared that it would sound gimmicky. I definitely feared that it would feel one note to people or that they would just laugh and think that I was joking and never take it seriously. But I just committed because that's what you have to do, right? You push it and then you push it and push it and push it and push it and push it until you're over the line and you can't go back. And so for me, that idea it got more serious by the day. And suddenly I was like, no, this will be my masterpiece.
I love it. That's amazing. And could you please unpackage it a little bit more for me? Help me understand, what does the chair represent here?
The chair is just another being. When Camille sees the chair, it's like anything in the world that we've ever seen and coveted that we've wanted. An expensive leather jacket, a car, a house. It's just something we want and we convince ourselves that we have to have. And because if we have it, our lives will be fulfilled. We'll feel whatever, more beautiful, more young, more wealthy, more loved, whatever it is. And once they swap, um, the chair is just Camille. And well, hopefully when you look at the chair, you sort of see the soul inside of it. But really, just as an object, it is meant to be that thing we desire that we can't have.
Okay. I maybe I'm getting closer to understanding this. I just finished watching it for the second time, and I feel like I'm inches closer, but it's still so far away at the same time.
Maybe by the eighth
Right.
time.
And
Yeah.
it's one of those things you'll never really get it, or I won't, but I'll have my own internal understanding of it. It'll make sense
And that's
from
even better. That's even better. Whatever it is to you is, I think, what it needs to be.
for sure. So yeesh, you worked with Juliette Lewis. What the heck was that like?
I'm sure you can imagine what it was like. She's incredible. She's funny, bold, spirited. It's one of those things where I think the more that you work with actors, and in my life, for a very long time, all of the actors I worked with are what I would call working actors. They're not celebrities. They're not famous people. They're great at their job. So they're intimidating because they're really, really brilliant, but they're not famous. And the more you work with actors that are celebrities and famous, the more they have reputations. And you have to work against those nerves. And of course, I've been a fan of Juliette Lewis's since I was a preteen. I loved her since I loved movies. And I thought I would be nervous. I definitely thought I would be overwhelmed by her presence. And she just deflects all of that. She's just a cool girl who walks in the room and makes you laugh and smile and think and is emotionally available and gives you beautiful eye contact and touches you and makes you feel like you're old friends. So as soon as we were on set, it was like we were old friends. And she was like that with everyone. She was like that with all the other actors and the crew. She's very available. So it was easy to direct her because she wanted to be directed and she wanted to have conversations about the script and she wanted to get into the material. So it was like a playground. It was
That's
just play.
amazing.
It was great.
Oh, it's so good to hear. And do you have a favorite role by her?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. I really love, let's see. Have you seen Mixed Nuts?
No, I have not.
Okay, so there's a Steve Martin movie uh, from the 90s called Mixed Nuts, and she plays a pregnant woman, and she's absolutely hilarious. It's a Christmas movie. It's great.
Okay, mixed nuts. Okay, I guess it's part of the watch list. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's great. It's really funny.
And I feel like this movie is also, it takes on even more significance because of Udo Kier's presence. You know, sadly, he's no longer with us in the physical realm, and he
Yeah.
is in your film, and that's so amazing. I love that he's here. So please tell the world more about this radiant soul and what he was like as a collaborator.
Yes, well, I think you're absolutely right to say he's no longer with us in the physical realm because he is definitely with us spiritually, and he is certainly with us through moving pictures and images. He had something, I'm assuming close to 100 titles over the course of his career. He's worked with every kind of filmmaker, every weirdo. He knew Andy Warhol, Madonna, Lars von Trier. He was in Ace Ventura. And he's just a legend. And when you're around him, you completely sense that. It's not the same kind of legend as Juliet, but it's like that thing of the stories, the past, the vibrations. I mean, he's a vampire. Like it, he is. He just like he takes in experiences, he draws from experiences, and he builds this great and beautiful persona. And it was so cool to watch him say my lines because I could feel the resonance of all of the great characters he had ever played in all of the decades that he had been alive. And that is just such a fun, what a fun experience.
Oh yes, I got to interview him once via Zoom and then once in person, and I will
Oh,
say there is nothing like those eyes I've ever felt.
piercing.
Piercing, absolutely, 100%. Do you have a favorite role by Udo?
That's really, really, really hard. I actually one of the things I grew up being obsessed with is he's in the one of the music videos for Madonna called Deeper and Deeper, and he just plays this like fabulous man in a club. And I used to I recorded the video off of VH1, and I would just watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. I was so compelled to him. I thought he was magical, and he is,
Yeah.
but he always had that otherworldly vibe.
Oh heck yes. So I've been very tempted over the last little while to scoop up that Blu-ray of Give Me Pity. So will this movie get a disc release such as that?
Yes, we're working on the Blu-ray right now. There'll be like extras and fun stuff and like maybe a commentary track, and it'll be great. It'll have like extra dance scene stuff and choreography stuff, and um it's always exciting to make physical media because I never know when the internet's going to crash and the world's just going to go down. Like people would say, don't buy into physical media, don't have the carbon copy, don't have the stuff. We've got everything on the cloud. And now I'm like, don't trust the cloud. Get the physical media, so that you can clutch it on your travels.
I love it. I love it. Did you have fun doing the audio commentary track on that film, Give Me Pity, with Sophie von Hasselberg?
Yeah, we had a great time. W- the best thing about my lead actresses, and it was like this with Juliet, and it was like this with Andrea Riseborough and Sophie, is we just talk. Like um, we have that highway gab, and it's wonderful to sit with them so long after we've finished being on set and we've finished doing all of our work, and just to describe the scenes, describe the moments, because you never quite know what they're thinking while they're doing it because you're wrapped up in your own thing. They don't know what you were thinking at the time because they were wrapped up in their own thing. And it's a wonderful moment to just kind of stop, watch the images and be like, oh God, I was so nervous on this day, or oh God, I was starving, and just to laugh about it. That's why commentary tracks are so great, is because the humanity behind the people who make the movie comes out.
Amazing. So, when I interviewed you about that film, you told me you were. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this. You said you don't take narcotics. It's not a thing.
I don't know.
Right. But what would you say has wired your mind to make such intriguing yet complex work, such as that film and By Design?
Do we need narcotics to be like that? I mean, I think, honestly, I think when I was a kid, I was definitely weird. And I don't mean like weird now. I don't mean like what the internet calls weird. I mean like weird before we had the internet. Weird when you didn't know if anyone understood you or if you were ever going to make any sense to anyone. And in that era, the 90s, when you're a weirdo teenager, all you really have are other weirdo teenager performances. You've got like River Phoenix, and you're like, oh, he's another weirdo. And I think, my whole life, I told myself I was going to have to become more normal and write more normal work in order for anyone to ever see it. I thought no one would ever pay to have my brain, and no one would ever pay for the images, the strange images in my mind. And I've gotten very lucky, and I credit a lot of people who are very trusting. But I feel like now is a time where we can celebrate all of the strange ideas, and we don't need to make so many superhero movies. We can not be so derivative and do only remakes and reimaginings. Like there's original material out there from true weirdos. And I'm one of them. And I don't take any drugs to get me there. It's just I was born with this strange brain, and it's stuck in my head. I can't get it out.
I love it. And so let's say someone sees By Design and it changes their life and they're a preteen and they want to go down this path. What is your advice to them?
Well, if they want to write and direct, I mean, I would just say you have to do it, even when people don't want you to do it. That's sort of the hardest part about resilience is that you have to be so rejected and so misunderstood, and you have to just continue. You'll find your other weirdos. You'll find your market, you'll find your niche, you'll find whatever the words are that are in the culture at the time. Like you'll find your people, right? You'll associate with whoever sees the material and feels something. And so you kind of can't listen to the noise. You have to be the noise, which is difficult. But you have to, it's almost like a Pixar movie. It's like you got to believe in yourself.
I love that.
And you have to be yourself. You gotta be yourself.
Yeah. So this
Yeah,
film premiered at Sundance, correct?
it did.
So and now it's played in some cities in the States?
Yes, it will start with a small run, and then it will go wider to a few more cities over, I think, the course of like March and April.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it comes to Canada. I'm sure it'll come to some places here.
Oh, it has to come to Canada.
Yeah.
Canada is the greatest place on the planet.
Okay, I'll take it. Uh, and what else? What else we got here? What was it like at Sundance? What was the reception? Were you having
Well,
the reception at the first screening?
yeah, Sundance is a strange place because it's a lot of people in the industry. So it's a lot of like industry talk and industry chatter. It's not that many people who go who just love movies. And so it always feels better when you're with a real audience. An industry audience is very, they're like, I saw this and I saw that and I saw this. So a Sundance is like, it's work. It feels
Right.
like a work convention. But the reception was great. And it's like the first time you get to be with everyone again since you wrapped the movie. So seeing the actors again and getting to be with them and talk with them was the best part of Sundance. It's like you do interviews and you laugh at yourselves. And that's the best feeling, right? It's like you no longer have the pressure of making the movie, and now you can just laugh about the movie and compliment each other and love each other. So it was sort of that for me. And also I hate being cold. Even though I'm secretly Canadian and I want to be Canadian, I could never be that cold. I just couldn't. And so
Right.
you're cold the whole time. You're
Yeah.
freezing,
Oh
you know?
God. All right. Well, we had to leave it there. I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you do, and for being like a model for me, like a source of inspiration, and just
Uh,
one of the greats. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too.